Isn't it amazing when you help someone that you feel joy and fulfilled? I know that I do, especially when I'm supporting my clients. The joy and fulfillment is like when I'm connected to God, when I'm connected to the divine. And today that's what I want to be talking about, because I think in this modern day world, everyone thinks that they want to create a business and help anyone out. But sometimes if you don't have the right intention of why you want to help people, it can come back up to bite you. So whether you want to run a business and you're brand new, or whether you want to help someone and you don't know how, this video is for you. Now, I've been helping people my entire life because I just really love people and I love helping people, but it's not always been in a business format. And sometimes it still isn't. Because when I see someone who is in need of help or feels powerless, I just feel like I can help them and I want to help them. And sometimes there are people that don't know how to help themselves. And I'm talking about this in a more public setting now. Like, say if something happens outside and I'm walking around and, for instance, something has happened like this before, where the public transport wasn't working, and so I saw that people were waiting for the bus, and I called up the bus hotline and asked what was going on. So you would think that someone else could do it, yes, and they didn't do it. But what I'm saying here is that if you have always felt that you have a calling to help others, this isn't a bad thing, this isn't a wrong thing. But there comes a point where you do need to have boundaries. And how do you create boundaries when you're just used to helping people? Like for me, the key, what has been my clear intention and my purity. And of course, in the most weird times, I did get taken advantage of because I wasn't really paying attention to my own boundaries. And of course, there were friendships that had to discontinue because I had to take a stand for my own, and that was hard. So if you are like that and it's hard for you to set boundaries when you're helping someone, be it someone that you're helping in a work business setting, or whether in a career setting, or just in a relationship setting, know this, it's not going to work like magic. There comes a time where you do need to take the actions and the practice to actually make a decision to do it. So back to helping people. When you're helping people, I'm talking here as a generalization, yes, but then I'm talking to you if you're a business owner and you like helping people, but also if you're in a career and you like helping people. In general, we're constantly in relation to people and connecting with people, whether we're consciously helping or unconsciously helping or subconsciously helping, it's going on all at the same time. And I just want to be very clear that if your intention is not pure from your heart, as in it's not clear, it's going to be very challenging in how the help is received or how you want to help that person, and the person becomes very resistant to the help. The most important thing I want to start off with saying is that when it comes to helping people, you do need to be detached from the help itself, because it's something that happens naturally. So if your intention is clear, you will notice that you don't have any expectations whatsoever. Like, say in the business setting, it's very different because there's a lot of people who attach helping people with money, and so it gets very easily disconfigured, and then your own beliefs, your own experiences, your own negative energy gets stuck in that. So when you're actually helping that person in that business setting, you completely lose yourself in it, and you also lose the other person. So the other person doesn't end up getting helped, and you don't end up helping the other person because you're lost. And there are many situations in this world which is like this. This is the reality in corporate, in business, in politics. It's everywhere. And this doesn't mean that it's wrong, but I'm talking about this today because I think it's very important as humanity that we need to start getting clear in ourselves and our own intentions of how we want to help people, and to check in whether our intention comes from a clear place as opposed to one that is a bit shaky, or you're helping someone because you need X, Y, and Z, and then it becomes rather about manipulation and control instead of genuinity. And then you're not really being, you are being true to yourself in that sense, but are you really, if you're trying to control that person, or you want to make money and you're only helping that person to get money? That's what I mean here. So back to the basics, because I see it everywhere. Not only as a humanity do we not know how to help someone, not only are we unclear in our intentions, but also I see it in how we connect with people and how we communicate, because that is also a little bit unclear. So what I'm saying is that you don't need to be perfect. That's not what I'm, show up as you, as long as you touch base with what's going on inside of you and your intentions. Where is it coming from? Because everything that we do, everything that we create comes from our intentions. Of course, sometimes you may feel like you're running around like a headless chicken and there is no intention there, but actually there's still an intention there. It's the same if you're stressed out. There is always an intention there. Even if we don't physically or consciously see it, the intention is hidden. So it's very important that I'm highlighting this, because once you feel the intention of why you're helping that person and how, and the second thing that I mentioned is that once you've established your intention, are you completely letting go of it? Are you detached? Or are you holding on to it for your dear life? Because this is the same thing if you want to achieve anything, if you want something. It's the same principle. Because the most important thing for you to realize is where that intention is coming from. Because the more you hold on to something, the more you hold on to that thing, and the more it's gonna be part of your world. It's like an obsession, it's like an addiction. The more you do that thing, the more you want it, the more you crave it. It's also like having a phone here, and you go on your phone and you're on it all the time. So this is a real life example. So you have a phone, say you wake up, and what do you do when you wake up? Some people, they get on the phone and that's it, mindless scrolling. Now, I want you to be very clear, especially if you want to live a fulfilling, connective, and joyful life, and it gets to mean something. And this is one of the ways. Now, what is the intention of being on the phone, for starters? If you're waking up in the morning and you're going to check your email, okay, why? Why are you checking your email? Why does it need to be the first thing when you need to wake up? Can it be after you've had your breakfast, after you had a shower, after you've had some time to yourself? So these are all important life questions, but at the same time, this is how you live your life. This is how you choose very clearly by the intentions that you set in everything that you do to create your life and to experience it. That's why it's so important, more in this day and age, that we are clear with ourselves. Now, if you don't feel clear, that's okay. This is perfectly natural. I don't always feel clear myself. It's perfectly all right. You just navigate it. You just go inside. And if you want, you can hire support. I'm really great at guiding people who are very stressed out, who can't see anything in their present moment, to help them to get into the present moment so that they can see very clearly. So if you are interested, I invite you for a call and we'll see how I can support you. If not, you can always hire someone else, because there's a million people in this world. What a wonderful way to have that connection with someone, but also to get help. So everything that I've talked about today, it's so relevant, and also it's often missed, because if you have the intention in your heart, and every time that I've been sharing intention in your heart, I'm also talking about if you, of course, we all have troubles with, our lives, of people in our lives, of troubles with family members, our history. We have a lot of stuff that we take on every day that gets accumulated into stress, chaos in our mind, our nervous system frazzled. So there's all that going on. But if you can take one thing away from this video, is this: intention is everything. Intention is everything. If you do one thing today, if that's still going on, all the frazzle in your head, everything in your body, is set an intention for this day. No matter when you watch this, I want you to set an intention now. And then come back to me after a day, a week, whatever, and let me know how you find this, what happened after you set the intention. And I just want to be very clear. Negative experiences are welcome because they help you to grow. They help you to overcome your next level of expansion. And so even when you set an intention, you may think you want something, and instead something happens that you think is the opposite. That's actually a good thing. It's only inviting you to actually deal with it, to see how you can handle your own capacity. So I just want to share that, because we often think that, okay, I want this only, and then something happens and I don't want the thing anymore. So, this is really not the way to live, because we are human beings and we need to grow. We're constantly evolving. So if you still want it and something happens, it's an opportunity for you to keep going and maybe be even more kinder on yourself, be more compassionate on yourself, and stop pressuring yourself with a hammer on your head, because then it will only help you to receive what it is that you're intending for. But then at the same time, this can be something like, I intend to be much clearer in how I communicate. I intend to feel at peace with myself. I intend to feel fulfilled in what I'm doing. I intend to help others from service and not ego. These are all examples of what you can intend for. They're more general, but they also can be very specific and unique to you. So you need to feel into what is most true for you right now and work with that. But again, intention is everything.